Hello, third grade, and welcome to the beginning of Unit 4. We're going to be starting with Lesson 1 today that's titled Government. Now, the first thing you need to do is to put your name and date at the top of this page, and then we're going to look at our essential question. Why is government important? What do you think? So before we read our lesson, I want you to stop and think and write your opinion there. Once you've completed that, we're going to look at the section where it says words to know. Draw a symbol on each line to show how much you know about the meaning of each word. So a question mark if you have no idea what it means, a triangle if you know a little bit, or a star if you know a lot. So your words are government, representative democracy, and establish. It's okay if you don't know. Write the symbol that matches how much you know about it on the line provided. Next, let's start reading our section. The first section is titled Rules and Laws.
Lesson 1. Government. Essential question. Why is government important? What do you think? Rules and laws. Have you ever been in a classroom discussion where everyone was talking at once? Maybe you had something you wanted to say, but nobody was listening. Or maybe you couldn't hear because of all the noise. It's hard to pay attention when we all talk at once. It is a lot easier to discuss things when people take turns speaking. Classroom rules help us have better discussions. They also help us get along in other ways at school. Quick check. Why are classroom rules important?
All right, now that we've read through that section, let's think about our quick check question. Why are classroom rules important? So what you guys know from your experiences in a classroom, that we have rules to help keep people safe, to help keep things organized, and be able to have better discussions where everyone can hear each other. So your question on this page says, what is one rule that would change how students are acting in this picture? So take a look at this picture and observe what's going on. What do you see happening? So we see we've got these two boys who are talking to each other while their teacher is reading to them. So what rule would change what's going on to help them make a better choice? Go ahead and write your response on the line, and then we're going to move on to the next page here. Now this next page continues what we were reading. I know that some of the words are cut off. You will still hear them read aloud. The last few words that should be over there where it says what rules, it's supposed to say what rules do you follow to stay organized at school. Let's go ahead and listen to this passage.
Communities have rules too. These rules are called laws. Laws come from our government. A government is all the people who run a community, state, or country. Governments make laws to keep communities safe, healthy, and organized. What rules do you follow to stay organized at school? Quick check. Many communities in Florida have laws against littering. Why do you think this law is important?
All right, let's stop and think about our quick check question. It says many communities have laws against littering. Why do you think this is important? So one of the reasons that we have laws about littering is to make sure that our homes and our streets and our communities stay clean. So when you have laws that are against littering, they're to remind people that littering not only dirties our environments, but it also makes it not a nice place to live, and it makes it unhealthy. So let's take a look at these questions that we have. It says the people pictured on the page are following laws. Write why each law is needed below each picture. So over here we have someone holding a stop sign. Why is it important here that he's holding a stop sign when these children are crossing the street? So write down why this law is important. On the top right, we have a girl who's putting on her seatbelt when she gets into the car. Write why that law is important. And underneath, we have a picture of people throwing trash in a trash can or in a recycle bin. Why is that important? So write down the reason it's important on the line below. In the bottom of that, in the bottom box, it says draw a picture of you following a law. So Draw a picture of you following a law and tell me, write a small caption on your picture, next to your picture, or under your picture, that tells me which law you're following there. So you can pause the video while you complete this, and then we're going to go into the next section. All right, next we're going to talk about safety and services.
Safety. You know that cars must stop at red lights and may only drive ahead on green lights. That's a law the government created. What would happen if drivers did not obey this important law? People might have accidents and get hurt. Traffic signs show laws too. A driver must stop his or her car at a red stop sign. A yellow sign with a person in a crosswalk shows drivers that people may be crossing the road ahead. Our government creates these signs and laws to help protect people. These laws promote safety and organization. Quick check. Why does our government create traffic signs and traffic laws?
All right, let's review this section. And our quick check question was asking, why does our government create traffic signs and traffic laws? The main reason is to keep us safe. So let's take a look at the caption and the pictures that we have over here where it says traffic light facts. So next to the red, it says driving through a red light can cost drivers over $300. So we have that traffic light there to help keep us safe. So if you're going through the light when it's red, you're putting yourself in danger and you're putting the people around you in danger. A yellow light says it stays lit depending on the speed limit. So if it's a street that is a much bigger street where cars are allowed to move a lot faster, that yellow light will stay yellow longer to allow those cars enough time to slow down before they have to stop. And then the green light means you can cross, but cross with caution. That means be careful. Don't just go rolling through. As soon as it turns green, you need to look around. You need to make sure that the people going in the opposite direction or going across you notice that their light is red. Sometimes people don't notice and they keep going. So before you go and cross through a green light, make sure you're looking at your surroundings and make sure that it's safe before you go through. In the bottom, it says, like traffic lights, street signs help us stay safe. Design your own street sign below. So draw a picture of your own street sign and then tell me what it does. So you can write next to it on the side, what is your traffic sign or what is your street sign used for? Take a minute to complete that, and then we're going to start reading our next section on the following page.
Services. Our government doesn't just promote safety and organization by creating laws. It also provides many different services. Police officers keep streets, highways, and neighborhoods safe. Firefighters protect us and our property from fire damage. City workers clean our streets and collect garbage, which helps to keep us healthy. Just imagine what our lives would be like if trash piled up in the street. Some government services help people do work or improve their lives. The United States Postal Service delivers our mail all over the world. Public libraries across our country provide access to information. They are paid for by our government. Public schools are provided by the government too, to make sure everyone gets an education. Quick check. What is one service our government provides to keep us healthy?
All right, now that we've gone through that section, let's take a look at what our questions are. It says write the service that is being provided on the line below each picture. So let's take a look at what's going on here. Actually, before that, let's think about our quick check question. What is one service our government provides to keep us healthy? So one of the services the government provides is trash collection. Now, when we have people out doing trash collection, they're keeping us safe because they're removing all of those things that could make people sick from the environment. Now our pictures on this page, we've got two pictures on page 151. We have a picture of a mailman and we have a picture of police officers directing traffic. So write what you're seeing or what service they're providing to their community on each line underneath. Once you've completed that, we're going to do our reading skill and we're going to talk about the meaning of words. Promote is a word that means to support or put forward. What is one rule you could promote in your school? So when we're talking about promoting something, that means you're trying to get people to follow it or to do it, right? It's like you're advertising for it. So what's one rule that's important to you that you could promote in your school? Go ahead and write down your answer and please use complete sentences. Once you've completed that, we're going to read our next section that says people power.
People power. It might seem like our government makes all the laws and the people don't have any say, but that isn't true. In our country, the government gains its power from the people. How does this work? Quick check. How does government gain its power?
All right, our quick check question for this first paragraph was, how does government gain its power? So we know from the reading that the government gains its power from the people. Let's move on to the next paragraph that we have here.
When the founders of the United States were creating a new government, they decided the government should be run by the people. The government they created is a representative democracy. In a representative democracy, the people vote for a group of leaders. These leaders represent the people. They establish the rules and laws for everyone to follow. Quick check. What do we call a government where the people vote for their leaders?
All right, our quick check question here is, what do we call a government where the people vote for their leaders? Now we know from the definition that we read that's highlighted in yellow, it's called a representative democracy. In a representative democracy, people vote for a group of leaders. So down here on the line, it says, how do people choose their leaders? Write it on the arrow. So all these people, they will vote for their leader. So we read that in that final paragraph. Our next section here is titled, Get Out and Vote.
Get out and vote. Now we know that government leaders are elected by the people. But how do they keep their jobs as leaders? If people think their leaders are doing a good job, they vote for them again. If people think their leaders are doing a bad job, they vote for someone else. One day, you will be able to vote. The people you vote for will make laws that affect you. Quick check. Who makes the laws that will affect you?
All right, our quick check question here is, who makes laws that will affect you? Our government leaders that we elected or we voted for are the ones that will make the laws that will affect us. So let's take a look at our questions on this page. What would our government be like if the people didn't elect their leaders? So tell me what you think on the lines right here. And we're going to answer our essential question at the bottom. It says, why is government important? Write down what you think on these lines and then go back to the show as you go pages on 132 and 133 and complete the section for lesson 1. Please make sure that you're completing your quiz after you finish your lesson, and please have your lesson out in front of you so that you can use the information from your lesson to answer the questions on your quiz. This is a skill that I want you to practice. I want you to practice being able to find and use text evidence to answer questions. That's our lesson for this week. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I hope you have an amazing day, 3rd grade.